It's 9:41. This is the only place that I can start this because everything is a mess. My office is a mess. My room is a mess. The pets' heads are falling off. Everything is a mess. And I decided to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and read my favorite author. I've been having paralysis with everything. I can't decide on a project. I can't decide on a book. I can't decide on anything. And I was looking at my physical TBR, was looking at the digital TBR. Like everything feels like a mile long. It was very overwhelming, and I was looking at the project list. All to say, if you want to say what's a mess, that. But you know what isn't a mess? Fredrik Backman, favorite author of all time, and I remembered that I bought this, and past Dakota was looking out because I really need this. Things my son needs to know about the world couldn't be more perfect of exactly what I want, what I need right now. Literally the last line says, a master storyteller. And he is. You can be whatever you want to be, but that's nowhere near as important as knowing that you can be exactly who you are. Things My Son Needs to Know About the World is a tender and funny series of letters from a new father to his son about one of life's most daunting experiences, parenthood. In between the sleep-obsessed lows and oxytocin-fueled highs, Bachman takes a step back to share his own experience of fatherhood and how he navigates such uncharted territory. Part memoir, part manual, part love letter to his son, this book relays the big and the small lessons in life. As he watches his son take his first steps into the world, he teaches him how to navigate both love and IKEA, and tries to explain why sometimes his dad might hold his hand just a little bit too tightly. This is an irresistible and insightful collection from a master storyteller. I'm so excited. I literally set my clothes out. I have the alarm set. We're getting ready to go. We're very far into summer, and I still feel like I'm operating like it's winter and the sun doesn't rise until 9. I find myself walking around my house and being like, it's been light for hours and you have not seen the world yet. So 5 a.m., we're going outside, we're reading my favorite author, and not to be crazy, but I do think that it's going to solve every problem that I have. I'm so excited. Okay. Hopefully Fredrik Backman will cure me, but likely he's just going to absolutely break my heart. Cool. So I finished it. I cried at various points, laughed at various points. He mentions a few different relationships, but the ones that got me were where he mentioned his son's grandfathers, so his father and his father-in-law. He mentions his friend, and he mentions his wife. When he mentions his wife, it was over for me. Every time, actually, he mentioned his wife. And my favorite part of the book, it says, because the reason I don't know much about love is I've really only ever loved one woman. But every day with her is like being a pirate in a magical land far away, full of adventures and treasures. Making her laugh is a bit like wearing rain boots that are a little too big and jumping into the deepest of puddles. I'm blunt and sharp and full of black and white, and she is my color. But I don't think I complete her at all. I mostly cause trouble, and maybe that's the point, I don't know. But no one has ever, ever, ever said that we are perfect for one another. I'm a foot taller than she is and weigh more than twice as much. I have no sense of rhythm, and my body balance is like a drunk panda's. Your mother loves nothing in this life as much as she loves dancing, and she chose to share her time on earth with a man she can't dance with without seriously fearing for her safety. She chose me. And then you came along, and you love music. And when you dance, you and she, If I could only choose one single moment to live inside for all eternity, it would be that. I can't tell you anything about love. Nothing more than that. I just cry. It's just so sweet. My second favorite honorable mention, he's writing about everything. It says, you're going to meet a lot of people in your life who will try to tell you what the meaning of it all is, what we live for. Some of the brightest minds in the world have tried to sum it up. Musicians, authors, politicians, philosophers, artists, poets. They've talked about the transitory nature of life, about its irony, its passion, its desire, and its magic. They've said and written grand, wonderful things. I hope you get to read and hear all of them, because there's something so special in that experience, and falling in love with words, feeling them like fluttering butterflies beneath your skin, like whirlwinds in your head, like a punch to the gut. I've read the words of thinkers and prophets, the holy books and the most unholy. I've benefited from mankind's most brilliant brains devoting entire lifetimes to explaining who we really are, what the hell we're doing here, what life's all about. Part memoir, part manual, part love letter to his son. It's Fredrik Backman in a little tiny manual, and I love it so much. And the whole time I kept reading it, I kept thinking about what his son must have thought reading this for the first time. And I hope that he felt the love and the terror that his dad felt for him. And it's just so stunning. Every time I talk about a Fredrik Backman book, I just cry. That is things my son needs to know about the world. And I think that everyone needs to know. Anyway, time to resume life. My room has never looked this chaotic. This needs some work. But yes, 10 out of 10 would recommend, but very biased. I just, every Fredrik Backman is my favorite Fredrik Backman. Can't pick a fave, but this is so good. Okay.